Hey guys, welcome back. I think it's been about a year since I made a video. Not apologizing for that, just kind of got out of it, didn't feel like doing it. Lately I've been inspired to start doing it again, so here I am. So since a year ago, I've probably gotten hundreds of pieces of music because I'm obsessed, like most of you. Recently got a huge metal CD collection, 300 CDs for 300 bucks Canadian, can't beat that. So many awesome things. I'm going to show a few highlights from that, but I will show more in later videos, I'm sure. Also going to show some, not all, of the new vinyl I've gotten in, just maybe 20 pieces in another video. And maybe I'll show some tapes too, because I've gotten some tapes in. So not all these CDs I'm about to show are from that collection. Some newer stuff, some stuff I just found used and new in local record stores to me. Because of all the COVID shit, I haven't been going to too many other record stores out of town recently. So the first one is Sour, and this is, the album's called Aura, and a sticky note here. So they're from Scotland. They're on Season of Mist. This album came out this year, but it's a reissue from 2014. And I believe this is their second album, and they're an atmospheric folk black metal band. So just cool artwork. Yeah, like I said, this was reissued this year. That's from 2014. Anyway, great band if you like Agalloch, Wolves in the Throne Room, that kind of stuff. Panopticon, very similar vein to those bands. Okay, moving on. Next is a classic that I'm sure you all know, Satyricon. This is Nemesis Divina. This album came out in '96. This issue is from 2016. It's on Napalm Records. And a couple of the awesome booklets in this CD with some really awesome pictures. So yeah, amazing album. Eternal Culto plays guitar on this album, obviously from Dark Throne. Okay, now on to more of the stuff from the collection. A lot of this stuff was new to me. Obviously there's a lot of classic stuff that I was already familiar with, but there's a lot of new stuff too, new to me. And the first one is Woe, which is an American black metal band. The album is called Quietly Undramatically, which I think is a very dramatic title. Anyway, these guys really blew me away. This is just great black metal. It's from 2010 on Candlelight Records. This is their second full length. And if you're not familiar with Woe, I highly recommend it. Once again, the album is called Quietly Undramatically. Another American black metal band that I wasn't, sorry, not black metal, these guys are sludge. I wasn't familiar with these guys. This is Mourn. And this album is called Asylum. And it's sludgy, kind of post-metal-y, on Profound Lore. This is their second full length. Really awesome stuff. I'd recommend this too. Another band that I wasn't overly familiar with, but I had heard a lot about, but never really checked them out. And then recently I've been getting into a lot of death metal stuff. And there's a lot of death metal in this collection, which is cool because I didn't have a ton of death metal in my collection before that. So it's Ashfix. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Anyway, these guys are fucking awesome. From the Netherlands, the album's Death Hammer. And from 2012, I guess they're considered death doom. Really, and this is on Century Media. Really awesome album. Highly recommend if you don't know them. I'm sure you do. Another one. Familiar with this band? I only had one other album from them. I did not have this one. This is Primordial, with Redemption at the Puritan's Hand. And these guys are Celtic folk-influenced black metal from Ireland. This album came out in 2011, and I believe it's their 7th full-length. And there's all kinds of weird shit in it. Cool artwork. I think there's 2 discs. No, just a big booklet and a disc, but I won't pull that all apart. So yeah, another really good classic album. Another classic one. This is Beharix with Ingram from Finland, 2009. Satanic black metal, very dark and ambient sounding at times too. I'm sure most of you are familiar with these guys. This issue's on Spine Farm. Awesome album. And then keeping with the Death Doom, we've got Winter with the classic Into Darkness. I wasn't familiar with this album until I got this CD. Awesome, awesome stuff. Gotta have a little Death Doom. This issue is on Southern Lord. And yeah. The first and only full length by Winter. Awesome stuff. I've also been getting into a lot of experimental avant-garde black metal, I guess. Bludos Nord. This is 777 Sects, I believe is how you say it. Sect. With an S in brackets. I don't know. I mean, these guys are super weird, but this is an amazing album. I'm sure most of you are already familiar. If you like this kind of stuff, you know this band, because they are one of the best. And this issue is on Debonar Morty Productions. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, yeah, awesome band. Still looking for more Bludos Nord. I need some more, but I've got a few. Next is another awesome band, Tribulation from Sweden. This is their first full-length for horror, and this came out in 2008 on Pulverized Records. Blackened Death, I guess is how I would pronounce or describe this, but some people probably say it's just death metal, but it's got that kind of blackened vocal style, which makes it awesome. Okay, and then just a few more CDs here. Some more special stuff. I'm a huge Anal Nakrath fan. To find this in the stack was just amazing. And this is one of the reasons I bought it, like, just from a picture online, because I love these guys. I did not have either of these, and they're pretty tough to find. So this is the Anal Nakrath, the Codex Necro, their first full length, and then an EP that followed it, with bonus tracks too, so there's the back. The EP is called When Fire Rains Down from the Sky, Mankind Will Reap as It Has Sown. Deep stuff. So, Codex Necro. These are on Earache. Amazing stuff, just insane blackened grind. There's the EP with a ton, like I said, just a ton of of extra tracks, and I think there's some BBC sessions and live stuff, and really cool. So awesome to have that, because I have most of their albums on vinyl, a few on CD, and got the new one coming. Next one is, I found it at a local used CD store, and I knew I grabbed something special when I saw it there. This is Hectate Enthroned. This is their first EP, Upon Promethean Shores from '96. It's on Death Records, and these guys play melodic black metal, I guess. Kind of lyrical content is kind of satanic. Anyway, this is awesome. I wasn't really familiar with these guys when I grabbed this. I'd heard the name, but wasn't sure exactly what they were all about. Anyway, just amazing. I highly recommend this. If you haven't heard it, check it out, because it's awesome. The only downside to it is the recording quality, but you know, with real black metal, you're gonna get that. But yeah, just the guitars and the drums especially just sound a little thin, a little weak sounding. The snare and the bass drum are definitely lacking a bit, but other than that, it's awesome and pretty long for an EP. I think it's about a half an hour long. So yeah, if you can find a copy of this, grab it. It's awesome. And a couple more here, just two more. Both that I found at, I've got this great used CD store close to my place, and I try to go in there once a week or so, and I almost always find something. I mean, a lot of times I buy unseen or unheard, just because it's kind of fun to, you know, hopefully find a gem and not know exactly what you're going to get. I've got a few duds for sure, but more often than not, I find something awesome. And this one is, some of you may laugh at me, I don't care. This band is called Admonish. They're from Sweden. I'm not even going to pronounce the title of the EP. This is their second EP from 2007. It's black metal, but the lyrical content is very Christian, so I'm calling it unblack metal. But it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just super melodic, super catchy, really, really awesome. If you've never heard these guys, you should check it out. On the Metal Encyclopedia, it says that they're still together, but they've only ever put out 2 EPs, this one being the most recent one, and it came out in 2007. So I don't know if they are still active or not, but I would definitely like to hear more from these guys, because this is amazing. You can't make out any of the lyrics anyway, so who cares? It's great, and yeah, highly recommend it. And then the last one is another one that I grabbed, having not heard it, although I know people in YouTube have mentioned this band before. It's Algeon, also from Sweden. This is their second full length, called General Enmity, and it's on Profound Lore. Came out in 1997, and these guys are also amazing. Now, I've heard that there's a couple of EPs, I think, before this album that are even better, and I'm definitely on the hunt for those, but until I find them, this one will have to tide me over. But just, you know, similar to Admonish, it's, although the lyrical content is better, but similar musically, you know, very melodic sounding, just really awesome, catchy. The different thing about these guys is the vocals. The vocals are a little weak. They're kind of monotone, I find. They don't really do much, except just kind of the one basic scream, which is okay. I mean, the music more than makes up for it, so who cares? But yeah, still really awesome album. Highly recommended. Going to show some recent vinyl finds. First one I just got the other day. First one is one of my all-time. First one is from a band that I've loved for a long time. This is Tomb's new album called Under Sullen Skies. And this is the new Napalm Death playing in the background there. What a phenomenal record. Totally blown away by it. I've never been a huge... I've always admired and liked Napalm Death, but never been a huge fan. But holy shit, this album just kicks ass. Anyway, so as I was saying, this is Tombs, Under Sullen Skies. Amazing band, another amazing album. What I like about these guys so much is that from album to album, they just kind of change and grow their sound. It's never the same. They had an EP last year that was just insane black metal, really aggressive, pounding, awesome. And this is along those veins, but there's some more spaced out elements. I haven't actually listened to the whole thing yet, but it's awesome what I have heard. Next up is another old classic. This is Campfire with that. Anyway, awesome album, awesome black metal. You guys know it, so I don't really need to go into details, but someone local to me was selling this, and yeah, couldn't pass it up. It's a nice sky blue vinyl. It's pretty. Yeah, so happy to have this in my collection, for sure. Next, another band I can't pronounce. And I didn't research these. I think these guys are from the US. It's on Avant Garde Records, came out in 2017. Inesium, I think is how you pronounce the band's name. Anyway, Seasons of Desolation is the album. This is great. I got this from a friend who didn't want it. Just really great atmospheric black metal. I don't know, he was silly to give this up, but I guess he just didn't listen to it, so... anyway, yeah. Another awesome one to add to my collection. Next up is a Canadian band. Atramentus, I think is how you say the name. Anyway, yeah, it's the artwork is by the same guy that did the Bell Witch recent art on their last album, on their full length, not the EP. And these guys are very similar sounding to Bell Witch. It's just, this artwork has kind of become synonymous with Funeral Doom. And this band, this album is no different. But it's really interesting, not boring in any way, just interesting, creative sounding Funeral Doom. So, highly recommend these guys. And I got this from a distro out of Montreal called Curran's Bell. I'll post a link to their website, but it was only 20 Canadian on their website, so yeah, cheap, awesome. So you can't go wrong with that. There's a couple of newer things here. This is the new Wayfarer, A Romance with Violence. And these guys are just amazing. It's very US black metal, but they add kind of a Western, a lot of Western guitars. Instead of the folky element, it's got this Western element, which really works well. Beautiful vinyl there. I would compare these guys to Cobalt. If you're familiar with that band, then you kind of know it's very similar. But other than, I mean, there aren't a whole lot of bands doing it and doing it this well. Definitely not. So yeah, these guys are great. They seem to get better with every album too. So yeah, highly recommend this one. Next up, I'm a huge fan of these guys. I have a lot of their albums, and they have a lot of them. This is Druka with their latest, and it's all in, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. It looks Russian almost to me, but I know they're Polish, I believe, so maybe it's Polish. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, crazy. Can't read any of it, but doesn't matter. It's awesome. Yeah, maybe this isn't their best album, but it's definitely up there. Yeah, great stuff. Next up is another great black metal band. Came out earlier this year. You guys have seen this before, I'm sure. Kahira with Limbo. Awesome artwork. There's a band there. I love that. Art is just so cool. Yeah, on Season of Mist. These guys are similar to Uada, Mogwa, Great Old Ones, definitely kind of in that same vein as those other bands I just mentioned. Yeah, this is a phenomenal record. Highly recommended. This is on my year-end list for sure. Which I may or may not actually put a video for that, but because everyone and their dog seems to do that these days, so I don't know if there's much point really, but another new one, Spirit Adrift. Same guys that are in Gatecreeper. Spirit Adrift, Enlightened in Eternity. I've listened to this a couple of times. I like it. I don't know if I like it as much as their last album. It's definitely good. It's some $20 spin. Pretty in pink. But yeah, I definitely need to spin it a few more times to get the full effect. But yeah, definitely catchy, very traditional sounding heavy metal. And we all need to have a little bit of that in our lives, I think. So. Okay, from traditional heavy metal, let's get into some awesome new death metal. And that would be Necrot or Necrot. This is their new one. I know many people have shown this already, so I don't really need to show it that much, but great American death metal. Nothing like too unique or special about this band, but they just are awesome at what they do. And this is a great album. Probably be on my year-end list as well if I did do one, or did one. I probably won't, so. This is pretty much a best of here. I mean, I'm showing most of these albums are from this year that I'm showing. Half of them. Okay, another awesome record, new record from an older band. Everyone knows Incantation. I don't need to go into these guys. This is Sect of Vile Divinities on Relapse. And Side Death and Side Metal. You don't really need to say any more than that. Yeah, just black vinyl. Awesome band. Yeah. Don't really need to say anything else. If you know it, you like it. If you don't, probably don't. So. Next up, a few older things. This is Vector. I got this summer. Black Future. This is an older one, but on Earache. But holy shit, this album blew me away. It's awesome. 2 LPs on just black. But awesome stuff. Another old one, but classic. Enslaved. Yeah. I don't think I need to say much about this one either, but this is a recent reissue. Awesome sounding, super nice, glossy cover, 2 LPs, heavy vinyl, awesome artwork. Won't pull it all out. It's just, oh no, it's not on black, it's clear. Nice bonus. Yeah, glad to finally have this, because I actually didn't have this album in any format, so great to finally have it. Next up, another band. I showed one of their albums in CD. This is Soar with Roots. This is their first full length. This is a reissue from earlier this year. Awesome Celtic folk sounding black metal on black vinyl. Yeah, great stuff. Awesome band. Comes with a poster and a demo. Yeah, like I said before, like Agalloch, Panopticon, Winterfelth, like all those bands. Sorry, a little work interruption there. Okay, I'll do this one again. Needs no introduction, obviously. Bolt Thrower, Those Once Loyal, fucking phenomenal album. I'm not ashamed to admit I'm fairly new to this band. And when I heard this, it just blew me away. So, yeah. I do have a couple other Bolt Thrower albums, but this one is by far just so catchy and powerful and intense, and yeah, just such an awesome album. Anyway, yeah. Great stuff. Next up is Ludas Nord. I mentioned I had a new CD from these guys too. This is The Work Which Transforms God. This is the new 2020 repress on Spine Farm, Candlelight. And this is somewhere in the middle. I forget what number album this is for them, because they have so many albums. But yeah, just so chaotic and what's the right word? It's out there. It's experimental, avant-garde, I guess. Just awesome stuff. I really like these guys. And always looking for more Ludas Nord. Because I have 5 albums, I think. 4 or 5 from them now. So, yeah, awesome stuff. Next 2 are from the same band. And I know Ben from Brain Smasher YouTube channel just recently mentioned these guys, so I checked it out, fell in love with it. So thanks for the recommendation, Ben, because these guys are right up my alley. Fucking love this. Dawn Raid, the Unlawful Assembly. Yeah, just really, really cool black metal from England. But they're also very political. So maybe that'll turn some people off. It doesn't me. And they're definitely left wing, which I am. So yeah, I relate. Awesome stuff. And then also Dawn Raid an EP called A Thorn of Light. But once again, this is like a 30-minute EP, I believe. So yeah, just more very similar, very like really well recorded. Blue vinyl. Yeah, sounds awesome. Can't say enough good things about this band. They're great. Yeah, they have another full length that I don't have, so be on the lookout for that, and hopefully they'll have new stuff out in the next year or so. That would be awesome. And I'm almost done. Just a couple of old thrash metal releases to finish it off. Classic Canadian band, Annihilator, Alice in Hell. God, this album rules. It's so good. I don't care what kind of metal you like. If you haven't heard this, you have to hear it, because it's so good. It's catchy, kind of technical, but just not technical to the point of being wanky or anything. Just like amazing musicianship. Such an awesome band. Yeah, Alice in Hell is probably the best album, or best song on this album, but literally every song is good. But yeah, anyway, check it out. Check out that photo. Awesome. Anyway, yeah, great band, great album. I need to check out more of them, because I know they have some other good albums, but I found this in a record store, and it was one of those things. I'd heard of it, I've heard the name, I've seen the album cover, I've seen people show it, but I never listened to it, and so I kind of bought it, not having listened to it. I put it on, and it blew me away, literally. I know I said that a couple of times, but it's true, man. Like, this is so good. Okay, last vinyl, I think, for this one, another classic, Corner R.I.P. Recently, well, actually, the same day I found that Annihilator, I found this as well. And yeah, another one that's... actually, I won't say this blew me away right away. I had to listen to it a few times. I love it now. At first, I wasn't so sure. But yeah, great thrash metal. It's just... And I'm not even a huge thrash guy, but, you know, if it's got the riffs and it's interesting, and then I'm all for it. So anyway, yeah, just not much to see in this Century Media release, but it sounds good, and yeah, it's a great album. I need to get more from them. No More Color, and, whatever that Martyr one. I'm forgetting the name right now. Anyway, yeah, more Corner is needed in my future. Awesome. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for the new vinyl for now. Just going to show some tapes. This one's going to be short. It's only about 10 tapes or so. First up, I've already showed this. Funny, a friend gave me this tape because he already had it on vinyl, and he got it in, a metal box or something, and gave it to me because he thought I might like it. I loved it, and I went out and bought the vinyl too, because I just showed the vinyl. So yeah, just this is what it looks like in tape form. Great album from Incantation, and it's kind of neat. I don't have that many newer tapes. Most of my tapes are older bands, older albums, so it's cool to have a new one, and it's red. Speaking of old tapes, I found this. I have this on vinyl, but which I've shown before. But yeah, I love this album. Voivod Nothing Face. So when I saw a friend was selling this for, like, I think I paid $3 or $4 for it. So couldn't resist. One of the best sci-fi thrash albums ever, in my opinion. by one of the best, no, I'll say it, the best Canadian metal band, Voivod. You can fight me on that. But I'm a pacifist, so good luck. But another awesome album, Faith No More, The Real Thing. I'll admit I'm not a huge Faith No More fan. I mean, obviously there's a couple of songs on here, like Epic, Zombie Eaters, I think, The Real Thing. You know, some good songs on this, but I don't put this on and listen to it start to finish. But yeah, this was in a pile of thrift store tapes I found recently. You can still find good tapes at thrift stores once in a while. So this was also in that thrift store pile. Helmet. Meantime, I don't know if this is their first album. It's one of the earlier ones. Anyway, I've always liked these guys since way back. Great band. Never got that into Battles. I think I have one of those CDs somewhere in the stack of CDs. But yeah, great album. And don't need to describe this album. Peace Cells from Megadeth. I had this on vinyl, and it was like a very early pressing, and sold it because, you know, I didn't listen to it much and it was worth money. And then I found this tape for cheap, so I figured I do have to have a copy of this in my collection, so here it is. And then one of my favorite doom metal bands is Cathedral. And so I have been trying to get as many Cathedral albums as I can, and I have about 6 vinyl, and I have 5 or 6 tapes, I think, now too. And anyway, these are 2 Cathedral tapes. This is the Carnival Bazaar. This one actually came from Poland. A guy on Facebook was selling a ton of tapes, and yeah, I think I got it for like $12 plus shipping. So yeah, on Metal Mind Records. Pretty good deal. I was stoked to get it. It came quickly. Yeah, cool seller. And there's another one. This is Forest of Equilibrium, probably their most famous album. Been trying to find this on vinyl, and it's proving to be impossible. Well, at least for a good price. Actually, I found it on CD, or I thought I did. And my local store called me up and they said, yeah, we have it on CD. It just came in. We'll hold it for you. And so when I went in to pick it up, they handed me the CD case, and it was just the case. No CD. So still have the case over there somewhere, but no CD. So yeah, I was kind of disappointing because I'll be honest, I don't listen to tapes that often. One, I'm just scared they're gonna break or get screwed up because that happens so much with tapes. But anyway, yeah, awesome album. At least I have a copy of it. Hopefully someday have it on vinyl or even CD. I'll settle for the CD if, you know, I can find it. And I almost found it once, so I'll probably find it again. And last one. I've had this one for a while too. Actually, I got it when I got the Voivod tape. Didn't know anything about this band. I put this on and just, yeah, fell in love with it. This is Nux Vomica, Asleep in the Ashes. And these guys are like sludgy, doomy, but really catchy. Actually, no, more blackened. There's definitely some like black metal influence in there too. It's like blackened sludge, I guess, maybe, but also catchy. Just really cool. Like, I don't know anything really about this band, except this is really good. So check it out. Nux Vomica. I'm going to say Nux Vomica, Asleep in the Ashes. So, I could show more, but I think I'll stop it there for now. And, yeah, now that I'm on a roll, hopefully, you know, I'll do some more videos soon. Okay, thanks for watching, as always. See you soon.